Alright, so not long ago I decided to try and see if I could get into a game of the competitive modes in Resident Evil 5, and I was shocked to find out that it's still very much populated. Like, I found games fairly quickly. I would host lobbies and people would join within a couple of minutes, and it was quite the experience. For those of you who don't know, Resident Evil 5 had 4 versus modes you could play, and today we'll be discussing half of them, and then in a future video we'll be discussing the other 2. They're both quite distinct modes. There's 2 different versions you can do, and I do want to kind of take a look at them today. So yeah, let's get into the Team Survivors and the Survivors mode in RE5, and then in a future video we'll look at the Team Slayers mode as well as the Solo Free-for-All Slayers mode as well. Okay, so Team Survivors and Survivors is basically either a 4-player free-for-all or a 2 versus 2 deathmatch mode. The goal is pretty simple, you know, kill the enemy team, and whoever does the most damage at the end of the round wins. So whichever team puts out the most damage and does the most points from that wins the game. In terms of how you play on the Mercenaries mode stages, so you've got Public Assembly, the Village, the Mines, the Prison, the Boat, the Underground Facility, and I believe there's another one, although I could be wrong, that might be all of them, but there's a decent amount of stages and they're all fairly different. On the map as well is the different types of Magini. The boss executioners can spawn on maps as well, and killing those can drop you unique items to use, such as magnums and snipers and stuff like that, to give you a better advantage. And to be honest, it feels quite good. If you can get used to the controls, I haven't played RE5 in a while, so it took me quite a bit of time to get used to the controls. But if you are already familiar with them or play the game quite actively, I'm sure it's no big issue for you. So you have a set limited amount of time to get the score, and around the map as well, much like Mercenaries, there are the time bonus like power-ups you can destroy, and that increases the time of the match. And obviously when the time hits 0, whoever has the most score, or whichever team has the most score, depending on which mode you're playing, wins the game. There's different score you can earn depending on how you deal damage to people. I believe it varies from doing damage with the knife, doing damage with different types of weapons, killing people with the melee attack, and stuff like that. So there's definitely some variations in how you can play, and the more stylish, I guess, you kill someone, the more points you'll get. In terms of the playable characters, obviously you've got different variations of Jill. You've got the Stars Jill, you've got the Battlesuit Jill, you've got Sheva, and obviously normal Sheva, Tribal Sheva, Business Sheva, Chris. Obviously Chris has got Safari, Heavy Metal, Stars, and you've got Wesker as well. And to be honest, they all have different loadouts to start with, but at the end of the day, if you die, you can lose weapons, so you're pretty much fighting with what you can find on the map, whether that's on the floor or from killing certain enemy types or killing enemy players. And yeah, overall it is genuinely fun. I don't know if they'll bring it back with a remake. I really don't know. They have a bit of a reputation with PvP games being a bit iffy. I did enjoy this, and it is just kind of part of a actual baseline single player game, so it isn't like the focus of the game, which is good. So it's nice to have it there. But I would imagine in the same kind of regard that if they're going to remake 5, they should probably bring back, you know, like all aspects of the game. So the Mercenaries, the DLC, and the PvP modes as well. I think people would really kind of appreciate that. And in terms of the popularity, like I said, you know, there was lobbies active like all night when I was trying to get footage. Some people had just been fairly new to the game, like you see their profiles and they'd have like 20 hours in the game or 30 hours in the game. And then sometimes you get people that join and have like 7,000 hours in their game, and they were absolutely insane. So it was really quite a surprise to actually see it quite populated and people to actually kind of be playing it seriously and enjoying it. Now there was a couple of lobbies where it did feel kind of suspicious in terms of, I don't know if people were cheating or not. I don't know if you can even do that in this game. I'd imagine you probably can. But I honestly couldn't tell you whether it was lag or if it was cheating, because usually most lobbies are player hosted and they do vary from obviously country to country depending on who's hosting and where, so it might just be a connection thing. But it didn't feel too bad all in all, and I know it transferred into Resident Evil 6 as well. The mode is still there as well as additional modes, and I am contemplating making videos on those if people are interested. But while I'm playing Resident Evil 5 and gathering footage, I thought I'd take a look at the PvP side of it as well and kind of show you guys that. That's pretty much going to do it, you know. It's kind of a short and sweet video today, but I did want to kind of bring some attention to this mode as well, because for what it is fun. It's not the best thing ever, and it definitely is a bit wonky with the control scheme and stuff like that, but it is a lot of fun if you can get full lobbies and people are actually kind of taking part and playing. It's a good laugh to do. But yeah, let me know if you guys are playing it or have played it before. Would you want to see it return with an RE5 remake, or would you like them to leave it as it is? Do let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, thank you all for watching. At some point in the next few days, we'll have videos out for both the DLCs for Resident Evil 5. So that is going to be the Lost in Nightmares prequel DLC, which is focused around Chris and Jill, and then the Desperate Escape DLC, which is focused around Jill and Josh escaping in the main game of RE5. yeah, that's going to do it. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video, leave a comments and thoughts on the versus mode down below, and if you are enjoying the Resident Evil 5 content and any of the Resident Evil content on the channel, be sure to subscribe to the notifications on so you don't miss an upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.